don't know why the guy hasn't gotten the call. If you look around the league at some of the receivers that are playing, I mean, I believe that he's better than a lot of some of the guys that are out there, but for some reason he hasn't gotten the call.
What's your best guess on what that reason is?
Probably a culmination of things. You know, Chad's one of those things. You know, he's very outspoken, and he wears his emotions on his shoulder. You know, he's going to say what he has to say, and maybe that's one of the reasons why some of the teams or organizations are shying away. But when it comes down to winning football games and making plays, none of those things should come into play if you're a team that's on a bubble, and have a chance of making the playoffs, and you can bring in a guy like Chad, and make some plays.
Well, let me educate you about something here. If you want to be on this level in this business, all right. That explanation you just gave was nice, fine, and dandy. Okay, I believe Chad Ochocinco can still play. I believe that he could do some things for a lot of different teams on this level.
Right.
But I don't think that we can minimize the impact that reality TV has had on his professional career. Right. I don't know any organization, and if you know of one, please let me know, that wants to tolerate the kind of circus-like atmosphere that he has had his name associated with strictly because I'm not even bringing in the other stuff because I give the guy a break. I'm not trying to get on.
I'm with you.
I'm just talking about the distractions because this is the fraternity that is the NFL, meaning that cocoon. And the league coaches, GMs, they don't like that kind of attention.
But, no, I believe that where he's at now, he just really wants to get into a locker room in an organization and play football. He'll put all those things to the side. This whole thing is a maturation process, and I think he understands that. He just want to get on the team, play football, and go out and have fun and leave all that stuff to the side.
How does a player convince an organization that they can be trusted enough to deviate from their old ways and be somebody that's new and improved and has eradicated all that other nonsense from their life? How do you convince an NFL organization that you're that dude?
First of all, you can talk about it all you want, but the actions are going to show more than anything. But if he can't get into an organization or a locker room or on a football team, he can't show anybody any of those qualities.
But that's what I'm asking. How do you convince them to give you the opportunity? Because you got to convince them that you're going to be that guy that's going to fly.
On the outside looking in, all he can do is give a team or GM or a head coach his word. That's all he has right now.
Chad could still help a contending team.
Right.
Chad's problem is that the league, I believe, has basically stepped back and said more trouble than worth. Chad is the greatest self-promoter, and I mean that in a very positive way, that I have ever encountered in professional sports. Chad knows how to promote Chad, maybe in the eyes of the NFL, to a fault, because he's become such a big story that you can't bring Chad Johnson in quietly to your football team without causing, as you say, a circus atmosphere. We talked about Tebow became too big for his own good. Not that Chad has anything to do with Tebow, because Chad played at an extremely high level in Cincinnati for year after year after year. It did not end well with Belichick in New England. And for whatever reason, Chad couldn't get on the same page with Brady and the New England offense. Chad's a little more of a freelancer. He likes to just run by dudes, and basically draw it up in the huddle sometimes with Carson Palmer in their days in Cincinnati. It's just like, just go deep. I'll get you the football. And it really, really worked. It did not end well on Hard Knocks on television in Miami, right? It just didn't end well. We know about the incident that happened off the field, but then we got to see Chad fired on television on Hard Knocks. It wasn't a good look for Chad, and now the NFL is, I think, stepping back, and it's collective. They have sheepthink, and they all think, just a little more trouble than he's worth. But to your point, could he still play? Could he still contribute? Absolutely he could. Somebody's going to have to be gutsy enough to say, I'm strong enough, our team is strong enough, our locker room is strong enough that we could withstand bringing Chad into our locker room.
Is what you're saying.
I would bet my money on T.O., Terrell Owens, more than Chad Ochocinco.
Would you really?
Yes, I would.
Your thoughts on that?
I mean, that's tough. You're talking about a guy who's turning 40 years old.
That's right. That's right.
I don't know what it feels like to be 40. I know what it feels like to be 35 and 36 out there competing. And, it's not the same as being 29 or 30. So I haven't seen T.O. I don't know what kind of shape he's in or anything like that, but you're talking about a guy who's a tremendous specimen, who can, you know, make plays in the red zone, catch touchdowns. I mean, that's what this game is all about as a wide receiver. You know, catching the ball and scoring touchdowns. And, you know, if I know T.O. like I know T.O., I know that he's in great shape, and he can go somewhere and have an impact.
He can go somewhere and have an impact, Skip, and I think he's bigger. I think he's bigger, and he can endure.
When you say bigger,
I just think that he's a bigger specimen, and as a result, he could be utilized more in today's NFL game than somebody like Chad Ochocinco, even though that's not a requirement, because you look at Deshaun Jackson, how miniature he is, but the boy can fly.
You realize we have to go all the way back to T.O.'s Cincinnati days to find a regular season game he participated in.
Yep.
2010, and he got his shot with Pete Carroll, who raved about bringing him into Seattle, and he didn't make it to the final cut. It was the cut before last that he was cut.
Was the reason why, though.
Well, he didn't live up in the preseason games, and he dropped a couple balls. He made one nice catch late, but he dropped a couple of balls. And I think he was maybe trying too hard, and one of the beat guys wrote that there was, you know, he's starting to act like T.O. in practice, causing a little bit of a disturbance, a little distraction. You got to put up with that. Could he play now? I still believe he's lost, to my eyes, a step and a half. I don't think Chad's lost a step.